Hello, stampers and crafters. This is Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. And I'm here on Tuesday because tomorrow I am on my way to the World Cup and I don't have time tomorrow to record. So I am pretty excited that I get to spend a few minutes with you today, just going over the cards we're supposed to show tomorrow. So, let's get ourselves started. This is from Sunny Day Stamping. Our friend Julie designed this, and I just think it's a great design. So we're going to do this layout today, and I came up with a couple of different ways to do this. So we got our outside card, the layers in here, and then the 4 panels that go. Now, on my first card, I did this incorrectly. I made the card bigger than I should have laid the panels down, but I just left it because I just didn't do it properly when I first saw it. So this is the card we're doing today. All right, this is the Berry Botanical Vellum, and it's Specialty Designer Series paper. Now, this is something that when you spend $75, you get the opportunity to order. I think this was March, April paper, and it's still available. So this is a whole bunch of just different designs that you can do cards with. So I thought, I haven't done any cards with that, so let's do some. I also used the rounded triangle punch, the Ladybug Picnic 3D embossing folder, and that is in the back here. This is the punch. I use the Paradise Garden, these 2 flowers, and Wishing You a Lovely Day. The 25 to 27 in color flat pearls. I used the yellow, and I can't remember what the yellow is called. I don't remember what that is called at all. But anyway, but maybe I can look it up and find out. Nope, I don't remember what it is. But anyway, as we're moving right along, and I'm getting myself sidetracked, this is Flirty Flamingo. The Ladybugs, also Flirty Flamingo. Then on the back of this vellum, I used, where is it? I used some of the adhesive sheets. And so I just put them on the back, and I set everything up so you can just see what I did, but I got them all ready to be laid out on the card. I have some of the Golden Glow ribbon, bordered ribbon. And then I also did a double dimensional on these. So as it sat here, it would be a little bit higher, or as high as the dimensionals are. Okay, so that's our first card. On the inside, this is Strawberry Slush. This is Bubble Bath. They're all colors that coordinate with that. Okay, so we're going to get ourselves started. Again, I like to, because it is embossed, I like to get out the liquid glue So it gets all the little nicks and crannies and all that, so it will stay adhered to the base card. And we're just going to lay that down. All the dimensionals are on my, or all the dimensions are on my blog. You just have to go there and check it out at www.ktstamps.com. Please, if you are on YouTube, subscribe, turn on the little dinger so you know every time I've posted something, you can be part of that. So now, and if you're on Facebook, yay! I enjoy having you. So these are 4 pieces. I lined it up by the outside, and then I lined up the middle afterwards. And all we're going to do is I've set this down, so I tried to make sure that it was even on both sides and even on the top to bottom. So with this, all I'm going to do is pull out the adhesive and stick it down. Now, if you look closely at this, you can see that there is nothing showing on the back. So the adhesive just sticks it down instead of having stuff you have to put behind some of the colors. They leave spots. So I just said, we're just doing everything with the adhesive sheets. And I really like them. And I think that they did a great job. And you can't see anything behind them. And I really like the Misty Moonlight being behind there because it kind of just gives it a dark look. So when you put it on your paper, then you have this, it's like it pops it out just a little bit. So that's how we did this. Then I'm going to take my dimensionals and just put them on here. And we're going to get the corners, and we are going to get the sides so everything stays popped up. So now I'm just going to bring in my garbage and take off the dimensionals. And again, if you do have a take your pick tool, you can pick them off. I just feel like sometimes it goes faster this way. And now I am going to add that to the top of the embossing. And from here, I'm going to take my glue dot and I'm going to add it to the ribbon. And I'm going to put the ribbon right, excuse me, in the middle of the 2 layers on both sides. And then I'm going to take these off. And I'm going to add these so they're going to be down just a little bit and then up. So it looks like a bow, but I have the tops and the bottoms. Let me go ahead and pull this just a little bit. There we go. And so we have that. And then, golly. I'll figure out what this yellow color is. Most of the time I have them on the back, but I wrote the wrong one on. We are taking this and we're just going to add that right towards the saying or the sentiment. So that's it for this card. It goes pretty fast. And I really like the way the Paradise Garden looks with having the flowers on the inside and also this lovely setting. It's just a little bit bigger than I thought. All right, so we have that first card done. Let me get things out of the way. So if you would like to take a picture, you have one. And our next, or it's going to be a screenshot, I'm sorry, getting the lingo not clear with everything. So now we're going to do our next card. And the next card, I brought in the Moonlit Flora. And this is 12 by 12 designer series paper. And this is really fun paper. We're going to use this sheet with this on the back. And it's going to be kind of like a faux, look at this. It's going to be a faux technique. And I can't even remember what the technique is. I am really sorry that I didn't look that up before I put it all together. So those are the designer series paper. We are going to use the Fern and Flora bundle. I just cut this out and this out. This with Peaceful Pine, this with Soft Seafoam. This great big fern goes on the inside. This is the card that I created, and I did it right that time. So this is a little bit smaller than these. And then on the inside, I had this in Old Olive and then some of the designer series paper at the bottom. This was stamped in Old Olive too. All right, and that came from You Make the World a Better Place. I also have the twine from the, what is it? The Essential Pack. I know it's the something twine something Essential Pack. Sorry, it's on my blog. And the Antique Pearls. So that's what we have. And then we're going to just put it all together. So, and this is the technique I was talking about. Most of the time you have things that you glue onto the paper. And I think I have, no, I thought I had something really close because I did something like that a few weeks ago. Looks like this. So you have one that is down, glued down, and then the other one is, it's risen with dimensionals. So I just decided to put a plain old piece on the bottom, and then I just rose these layers up with dimensionals. So that's how I did that. All right. So the first thing we're going to do, this is Peaceful Pine. And this is what I did the fern out of. And I just turned it sideways, made sure that I did this in the middle, so I also saved paper doing so. So I'm going to put this, get out my silicone pad. It seems like it's better. So I'm just going to add the, the basic white on top. And if I have to, I may have to get out the... And this is cut about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And then I'm going to put this on the card base. And I like usually going from small to big. But on the first one I didn't, because I wanted to make sure I didn't get glue all over the place. So this is what the paper looks like. And then I took this and I just adhered it to all the layers in the card base. So it looks like this. And tried to get it as even as I could all the way around. So then next, I cut these a little bit smaller than I needed to. So I could have space in between the middle. And I'm just going to add my dimensionals on this. And I'm going to bring them down just a little bit so it's able, the top is able to hang off just a little bit. And then I'm going to line up the outside first. And I want to make sure that I make it as even as possible. But I also don't want to press these down yet in case I need to move them. So this takes the longest, is to do this. And all I'm doing is putting on 3 dimensionals. To my strips of cardstock. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is that we are going to take off the dimensionals, and we're not going to press them on hard at all. So I'm going to leave some room at the ends. All right, and then I'm going to do the other outside, again trying to give it as much space on the side over here to the side over there. And again, just laying it down. That's all I'm doing. I'm not pressing them in yet in case I have to move them. And giving some room here on the side, so it's going to be just a little bit bigger. And then we're going to do that on the other side. Laying that down. And that to me looks like it's pretty even. I'd say this one is the only one that I need to bring up just a little bit more. All right, so now I just press them down. And then what I did is that I put some adhesive on the back of this, and then I put the soft Seaform, then I put the Peaceful Pine Fern, and then I tied the ribbon around my fingers, twisted it in back. I guess this one isn't twisted, and then put dimensionals on. So that's what I did here. And then I'm going to also add some glue to this too. And again, just taking off the dimensional backing. And what I want to do is make sure that they lie on both panels. Let me get this down just a little bit more. There we go. So it looks like this. So now I am going to find a little baby dimensional, and I'm going to pull this back, and I am just going to give some of these top leaves a little bit of glue. And you don't want to pull too hard on this. And I'm just getting the very ends. There we go. And I guess I should have done it on the other side. Should have looked at that first. There we go. And then I'm taking a little dimensional, one of our minis, and I'm just going to add that to the back of the fern. And then we have this down. And so there we go. Wow. Oh, thank you. I have a comment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just really appreciate comments. Thank you so much. And I appreciate everybody who is with me on these lives. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now we are going to bring in our antique pearls, and I think I'm going to go with a little bit bigger ones over here on the side. I really like the way that they looked. And then another one just right here by the sentiment. But before I do that, I got to make sure I get the back. All right, there we go. And there's our card. I just really like the way this card looks. And then on the inside, you have the bottom with the fern. And it leaves you some room so you can go ahead and share this with somebody. I like the way it looks. I love all the greens. The greens are beautiful. So, the two cards we did today, here we go. We did this and this. And you can take another screenshot. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. If you need some help, if you want something new and different, and if I can do anything to help you out, please just let me know. And again, I will be back next Wednesday with new sketches and new cards. And I just have to say how much I love creating cards for you. So again, my name is Kevon. My website is www.ktstamps.com. And again, my motto is creating cards for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Give me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe, leave another comment, tell me that you enjoyed this, and I am willing to help you with anything. So thank you again for being with me today. Bye-bye.